Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, I just want to say that I am sorry for not being here yesterday. It's been a crazy week, but to make it up to you, I have made a longer video today. So, hope you enjoy it. I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's get to it. For your entertainment purposes only, of course. You know that.
98 episode, Homer wrote this equation on the blackboard. To viewers, it meant nothing. It was absolute jargon. The equation predicted the mass of the missing God particle so precisely that he was only this far off.
This breakthrough in understanding the origins of mass
15 whole years before it was discovered. What?
I know we've all seen these Simpsons prediction theories, but I mean, there's only so much we can believe, right? I mean, how is it that close? Something's going on here. Something's going on here. What do you think? Are the Simpsons actually predicting? Because according to the creators, they once said that, I mean, we made so many episodes that eventually this stuff is going to come true. I mean, how do you make up that? How do you make that up? That close of a math equation that they've, I don't know. Maybe they know. Maybe they know.
Misha Solomon gave her mom and her dad a hug and a kiss and said goodbye, and she rushed into the school. Her best friend, Cassidy Nurse, gave Misha this kind of weird, lukewarm smile and then quickly looked away and bolted into the nearest classroom. And she starts thinking to herself, what's going on? And Misha just hustled down the hallway and went into her classroom. The principal walks right up to Misha and says, "I need you to come with me." When Misha looked into the principal's office, one of the women said, "Misha, we're here because the police sent us." The two women explained to Misha that they were going to take her to a safe house, but they would need to make a quick pit stop at a local medical clinic. The special pit stop was so that Misha could get a DNA test. The results showed Misha Solomon was not actually Misha Solomon. Her real name was Zephany Nurse. Her mother, Lavana, was actually her kidnapper, and now she was under arrest. The social workers took Misha to the police station, where they told Misha her real biological parents were waiting to meet her. They were the parents of her best friend in the world, which meant Misha was Cassidy's sister. One day, they took a series of selfie photos, and Cassidy, she would go home and show one of those photos to her parents and say, "Hey, look, my best friend, Misha Solomon, look how similar we look." They instinctively knew that is our daughter. And so they would bring this photo to the police, and the police would begin to investigate.
How wild. I have so many questions. One, not to be this person, but if you were going to kidnap a kid, why would you keep them in the same school district as their family? That's weird. Two, didn't the best friend and her real parents, don't they have albums of when they were little kids? Isn't this girl like, "Hey, who's this other kid with me when I was little?" Like, does she know that she has a long lost sister who was kidnapped when she was a kid? Or is this like, I don't know. And the fact that they just kind of, I don't know, they were like soul bound. They found each other and they became best friends regardless, like sisters. It's pretty amazing. Amazing story. Wild. You can't just go taking kids that aren't yours. That's just not how it works. Let's stop doing that, world. Altogether.
They've actually found the tunnels under Diddy's house. Yeah, this just got wild. So every single one of you probably knows about the whole ongoing situation right now. Yesterday was his birthday and he had his first phone call with his daughter, which everybody's heard on social media, and of course is still maintaining innocence in jail, saying he didn't do anything, despite tons more people coming forward like every day. Okay, so one of the big things since this whole thing broke was that they apparently found tunnels underneath his house, and also that they linked to Michael Jackson's house down the road. Now, basically all of the footage and stuff that was found here was completely fake. It was proven that there was literally no evidence to back this whatsoever. Although a lot of people still believe the footage is real and it's just basically a double cover-up. Now, digging into a bit more though, apparently these tunnels were found underneath the swimming pool, and there is actually an element of truth because they did genuinely find tunnels under the swimming pool, but it led to basically a man cave and a cinema and some other stuff. So, was there people being held in these tunnels under the swimming pool? Probably not, but there is a good chance that these tunnels were being used for other things. We don't know. Does it link to Michael Jackson's? We don't know. But there's no physical evidence of these tunnels existing, but there was definitely an area of some kind.
Interesting. I wonder how you access it if it's under the pool. Very weird. Speaking of, though, onward.
Murphy's dad said this in an interview.
Do you suspect somebody responsible for poisoning her? And who?
No, I don't. I don't suspect anyone. Actually, yeah, I do really, but I rather not speak about that. The question is, the fact is that she was poisoned, and she.
Now, we can all agree that the way Brittany Murphy passed away was very suspicious and weird. And the fact that her husband, Simon Monjack, passed away only 6 months later of the same thing, pneumonia. And I don't know if you knew this or not, but Brittany Murphy dated Ashton Kutcher for a little bit. And now these photos of them with Diddy and Kim Porter are going viral. And if you're not connecting the dots yet, honey, I need you to stick around a little longer for me because Kim Porter passed away in 2018 of guess what? Pneumonia. These two have been besties for quite some time now, so I just want to know, do they know what happened to their exes? Was it really pneumonia or was it something else? Because now I'm also finding out that they had the same coroner for all three, Simon Monjack, Brittany Murphy, and Kim Porter. His name is Edward Winter, and he passed away last year of, I'm not going to say pneumonia, it's actually natural causes. Now, Ed handled all the high-profile cases in Los Angeles. We're talking about Paul Walker, Whitney Houston, and Michael Jackson, which was another suspicious one. Now, a lot of people didn't like Brittany Murphy's husband.
This one kind of touches on things that I've shown before, but it just ties all together with the Kim Porter stuff and the pneumonia.
Thanks, Bernard. Now, finally for now, a mysterious hole on a beach has caused a stir in North Dublin. A local astronomy enthusiast is hoping the crater in Portmarnock could be the aftermath of a cosmic event.
It's a huge, mysterious crater that looks out of this world. But is it? The unusual hole on Portmarnock Beach stopped local astrophysics enthusiast Dave Kennedy in his tracks yesterday, and he's certain the small but heavy rock inside it came from up above.
As you can tell by here, there's a scorch mark on this side here, so that would have been at the angle that it came down at. And it is weighty. I'm not sure if it's composition, but we're definitely going to have to find out.
The striking hole soon caught the attention of passers-by, many hoping that what they're witnessing is the aftermath of a once-in-a-lifetime cosmic event.
This is exactly what I'm talking about the truth being out there, but also the lies. You have to be careful. Some things just are so easy to fall into, like this mysterious hole. Wow. And there's a rock in it and it has a scorch mark. Oh, well, clearly something landed here. It's like it's so easy to reach. It's so easy to reach. It's all just right there, especially with all this information coming from all different sources, from YouTube, from TikTok, and other people. And it's just, you just have to have a mind of your own. And I think that this is one of the greatest times to be alive and have a mind of your own. But I also think it's one of the most dangerous because we are so susceptible to believing so many things. I think that's why the world is so divided in so many ways. There's just too much going on and you don't know what to believe, and we just kind of cling to what we think. We need to open back up and be like, some dude dug that hole when he was here with his family the other day. That's what happened. It's not from space. Or that dude happened to dig this hole, and when he did, there was some space stuff in there, and it really was a piece of something that was scorched from outer space. Maybe it's like that. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think we believe things just too easily? Or do you think most people still have the ability to, I mean, we all have the ability, but do you think most people ascertain things on their own? Or do you think we just believe? I don't know. I think we just believe things too easily. Hey there, I just wanted to remind you that I make one of these every single day unless otherwise noted or if something's going on. For example, today I had a family birthday dinner to go to, so that's why this is kind of late. But I also wanted to mention that I have a birthday coming up on November 30th, and I believe last I checked I had 26 subscribers. It's my super hefty goal to get 100 by then. So I've got 2 weeks to do it, so I'm going to just keep putting videos out. Hopefully you guys enjoy them. Let me know if there's anything that you'd like to see that I haven't touched on. Yeah, so just so appreciative of everybody who's here. Thank you. Back to it. I really am so appreciative. I really am. Thank you for being here. And you have no idea how excited I get when I look at my phone, I check it. I try not to be too crazy about it, but I check it and I see that I have a new subscriber, and I'm just like, that person of all of the internet came across this, what we're doing here, and said, you know what? I want in. And that just feels really good. It really is starting to feel like we're really building a community of people. And I am so excited. I'm really excited because I think it's going to turn into a lot more. So this one's kind of interesting. It's not really scary or whatever. It's just interesting.
When you decide to step up to this kind of power, this kind of challenge, this kind of flying, crashing feeling, when you decide to get serious, there's only one place to come: the games of Super Nintendo. No one else creates this kind of experience, because no one else creates these kinds of games. Now you're playing with power, superpower.
Nintendo knew they had a star on their hands. Did you see it? The intensity, the emotion. He really felt it. And I felt it too. I'm so excited that Paul Rudd did this. I don't know. I enjoy it. I like Paul Rudd. I think he seems decent. Are you guys Paul Rudd fans? I'll never get over Clueless, though. I mean, that's honestly my favorite. All right. Onward.
We're ready for the big reveal. What do we think? Installation or stuffed animals? And
oh, it did not disappoint.
oh no. And stuffed animals.
I was first inclined to believe that these people were using stuffed animals as insulation, but that made no sense immediately to me because it's going to be way more expensive. Also, what kind of inhumanity is it to take a stuffed animal and put him in the wall like this? He's not living his life's purpose of bringing joy to someone. It's just crazy. And then, of course, my horror movie freaked mind went to the place where this is where they hid stuffed animals from people that they kidnapped. That might not be fair to assume. Obviously, it's not these people, but I don't know. It's just weird. It's really weird. Don't you think it's weird? What explanation do you have for this? I genuinely want to know. What do you think is going on with these stuffed animals in the wall? I need to know. I need someone to talk to about this.
Bears really do exist. This one is named Joey. Due to albinism, his fur is completely white. He was mistaken for a lost polar bear by an animal protection organization who tranquilized him and sent him to the Arctic. In the icy wilderness, Joey couldn't find food and, being smaller than the polar bears, was chased and bullied by them. Arctic experts noticed his fur was yellowish and different from polar bears, and upon observation, they discovered he was an albino grizzly bear. They tranquilized him again and sent him back to the North American forest. After some time, Joey was once again mistaken for a polar bear by another animal protection organization and was sent back near the Arctic Circle. This time, with experience, Joey started running toward warmer areas. However, passers-by saw him and thought he was a polar bear heading south in search of food. So they sent Joey to a nearby polar bear exhibit. The staff there recognized him as an albino grizzly and sent him back to the North American forest. This bear is truly unluckier than the unluckiest bear you can imagine.
Or he just got to travel a lot, you know? No, honestly, this is awful. This is so awful. This hurts me because I am a huge, if you haven't noticed yet, you certainly will, I'm a huge animal person, and I understand the inclination to be like, oh my God, this somehow misplaced polar bear is just in the forest. We need to get him back to his habitat. I understand that wholeheartedly. But to go through with the whole thing, the transport, the capture, the flight, and just, and then what if they just never got him? What if he wouldn't have survived out there either time? Guys, leave Joey alone. That's all I'm going to say. Just let him be. He's happy in the forest. Let him be. I really want an update on this guy.
So there you go. Good.
Was it the virus or the bomb that I should be prepping for? Man. My God. Speaking of radiation poisoning, have you guys ever seen Chernobyl Diaries? It's so good. I mean, I guess it's not like good. It is good though. It is really good. I think it has a really good depiction, at least, of the degradation, you know, of, okay, I got the radiation poisoning and this is the road it went down and how bad it gets. It's really horrifying. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, you can make up anything, but the part that got me was, you know, you talking about the orange man. So, and the senile man, the black man. I mean, like, this is clearly, maybe it's some Simpsons stuff going on over there. Have you seen this?
Now, and what it shows is actually really weird. Montez Ford is a wrestler for the WWE. During this match, he appears to completely freeze up in front of his cameraman. The video was caught from multiple angles, and I'm gonna show you guys both.
Signed memorabilia, exclusive items, and so much more, all at the Rec Room in downtown Toronto. Open through Sunday.
Everybody around him is trying to snap him out of it at this point, but he doesn't budge. People are saying that this is proof that he's some sort of robot or a clone or synthetic human. I myself have made multiple videos on events like this, including the time everybody saw Shaq completely freeze up on live TV. Although I love conspiracy theories, I don't know if this is something that is legitimately happening or if it's just celebrities keen on the fact that they'll go massively viral if they play this prank. What do you guys think?
That's exactly what I was going to say. I mean, you've got to know people are going to start showing that video, especially... Yeah, you see so many of these things. You see Nicki Minaj glitching out, obviously Montez Ford, Shaq. Just it seems to happen quite a bit. I mean, even in politics, we've seen it. So I don't know. I wouldn't call anybody a robot. I'm going to go ahead and say I definitely don't believe any of these people are robots. What I will say is if it's obviously if it's not for show, if they're not just doing it for the likes or whatever, it could be programming. I mean, Born Identity, I'm sure that stuff happens where you're programmed and a certain trigger hits and boom. That guy was still, though. I've never seen someone stand so still in all my life. Thoughts?
Analysis of a person that has elephant man's disease. Well, we took this woman's vocal print, and here it is. And this is what it looks like on a computer. And look at this high point right here. See it up above the rest of the voice? Can you see that? There's a giant spike in this graph. We were able to look at that spike, and it told us exactly what compound in her body was causing this. And it was an isotope of calcium. And an isotope is like calcium, but not quite. It's like when you make a batch of cookies, and you got one of those scrawny-looking cookie that's really a cookie, but kind of weird-looking and doesn't fit with the group. Well, that's what an isotope is in layman's terms. We were able to look at this graph and see what that frequency was, and it was this isotope of calcium. We gave her the opposite of it. Now, elephant man's disease is incurable. Her particular kind couldn't even be operated on. It was inside the brain. It was crushing the brain inside the skull, and there was a spike of it in the optic nerve. She was legally blind. Ask her to describe her pain on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst. She said her pain was 13. When we gave her this frequency as an antidote, as an opposite frequency, the pain was gone in about 3 minutes. She said it was the biggest shot of Jack Daniels she'd ever had. The calcium has dissipated. She's not blind anymore. And when she came to us, her doctor said, death is imminent. This is what we can do with this. We can look at your body and reverse disease. We can reverse the effects of medication. We can tell you what nutrients you need by looking at your voice this way.
I am very interested in frequency and healing through frequency. I am sold on it. I'm sold on it. I've seen things about curing cancer with certain frequencies, and I'm buying it. I'm buying it. Are you guys? Now, how do we get these frequencies? How do we get access to them so that we can do these things on our own? Something to look into. Here's some good news.
Staff members at a Colorado animal shelter were a little alarmed when they saw what appeared to be a sentient beanbag chair sneaking around one of the cat rooms. Upon closer investigation, they discovered that it was just Theodore, their newest feline resident who had decided to turn himself into a turtle. Theodore is a senior cat who came to Cat Care Society as a shy little guy with his fair share of social anxiety. So as an innovative and solutions-oriented kitty, he went ahead and claimed an entire beanbag as his personal mobile safety shell. Other cats don't always realize that Theodore is in turtle mode, so he has been sat on a few times by roommates trying to use the beanbag as a bed, but he is safe from being accidentally stepped on by workers, as they've added a do not disturb sign to his beanbag as a reminder that it doubles as his house.
Let's see. Do not sit on top. Wait. Do not sit or step on me. My name is Theodore, and I identify as a turtle, and I'm under here.
Luckily, Theodore has gained more confidence and he's started leaving his protective shell more and more. Staff started documenting whether he was having a turtle day where he preferred to remain hidden, or a brave day where he ventured out to explore. In turn, Theodore became an inspiration to countless people online, with viewers commenting things like, "If Theo can be brave today, then so can I." Theodore the Turtle Cat is still awaiting his forever home at Cat Care Society, and shelter staff have confirmed that his beanbag shell will be included in the adoption package. I'm Jen, and I post something positive every day.
Thanks, Jen. I love that. I love that they're going to give his beanbag with him. I hope that he did find his home. I'm not sure how old this video is, but it came across my feed and I just had to share it because it's just too cute. I hope somebody adopts Theodore and gives him the best life ever. And I hope he has his turtle for all his life. I think it's sweet that they care. Here's one more. This was definitely me. Me and my grandpa used to put it on, and I would just, he would sit on the couch and I would sit on the floor, and I would have blankets, and just the theme song alone, just to this day, sends shivers up my spine and my arms. But I love it. I love Xfiles. One of the greatest shows ever to exist, in my opinion. I just had to put this here because I'm grateful that YouTube is a place where people like me and perhaps you, and who had this feeling, now have an outlet to communicate with each other and be these people who grew up on Xfiles, who believe in conspiracies. Although I believe in curiosity over conspiracy. I don't think it's a conspiracy to wonder about stuff. I don't think that it's abnormal to question things. I think that that's exactly what we should be doing. So that is all the videos. Those are all the videos that I have for you guys today. This one was a little longer, just shy of a half hour. So let me know if you'd like some longer things, because I can definitely do that more often. I try to keep it like 20 minutes or under, just because I know people don't have a ton of time and I don't want to waste it all, or I don't think it's wasting it, of course, but you know what I mean. I don't want to take up all your time. There's lots of stuff to do, but if you'd like longer ones, I'd be happy to do it because I love this so much. So please share with your friends. Have a fantastic rest of your day and a lovely rest of your week. I mean, tomorrow's Friday. So have a great weekend as well, but I will see you tomorrow. So I'll say that then. Just have a great night, okay? It's late. I appreciate you, and I hope you are kind to each other and animals, and just stay curious and have a great night. Good night, Grandma. Fell apart there at the end, huh? But it's okay. Bye, guys.